What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. A couple things happened in the last, I, I would say, week or so. Over the course of this week, a couple things have happened, and I wanted to address a couple of things. I wanted to talk about a couple of things relating to black men, masculinity, and things like that. Because the thing with Jonathan Majors went down. Like, he didn't do anything. Well, I guess he did. He took a picture for a magazine. I think it was Ebony magazine, and bunch of people in the black community were talking about how it's emasculating black men and stuff like that. So yeah, that's another video in and of itself. So I'll probably address that. But this happened recently, as you can see from what's on the screen, because I'm the way that I'm recording this is easier for me to edit. So Michael B. Jordan is apparently getting some flack. I don't know from how many people, but maybe from some people. And I'm just going to talk about that a little bit today because apparently I just recently saw this interview that a woman did. I can't remember what her name is. I don't know if she's like famous. I don't know if she's like a popular interviewer. I don't know if she has like a show or anything like that. Um, but she had an interview with Mr. Michael B. And some words were exchanged that were really interesting to me, and this resonated with me a lot. So I want to go over this. We're probably not gonna watch the whole video because this is from ET, and there's a very good chance I can get copyright claim just for playing this because even though it's not their interview, it's from their channel. I don't know, like crazy stuff, right? That's YouTube. So yeah, we're gonna play this. Probably just the first little snippet just to see what went down and what was said, and we'll give our thoughts on it here shortly. So let's go ahead and play this video because I really want to see this. I want to see this.
And we know each other. We go way back all the way to Chad Science in Newark, okay?
The corny kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure.
I heard it.
Michael B. Jordan calls
Okay.
out a former client reminded him.
So the funny thing is that I actually couldn't. Oh goodness, that is all up in my. I moved my mic earlier so it could like actually be next to my face. But yeah, my bad about that. Yeah. So I couldn't actually find the just straight clip of it, so I had to come and get it from this channel.
I did not say that.
The corny kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure.
I heard it.
No, you did not hear me say. I said we used to make fun of the name, but yeah, he is obviously killing things out here.
Yeah, so that corny comment comes from a 2021 episode of the Undressing Room podcast, where L'Oreal, her
L'Oreal, that's
guy
used to make fun.
the nice corny guys treat. I mean, we all corny guy,
Hold
and I
on.
don't.
This
I
is
think
actually
that Michael B. Jordan is just like a nice corny guy, and I don't mean that as a slight, right? I mean, we all know that the nice corny guys treat you the best.
To be fair, it was actually Eva who called Michael corny, but L'Oreal did admit that in high school she used to
Lived in Newark,
Yeah,
like that school would have, and then he there, and he was no. Let's start there. And he was no with you. We teased him all the damn time because his name was Michael Jordan. Let's start there. And he was no Michael Jordan. And then he also would come to school with headshot. We lived in Newark.
yeah.
Like that's the hood. You know what I mean? So we would make fun of him, like, what you gonna do with your little stupid headshots? Like, and now look at him.
Now
you know?
look at it.
Well, Michael clearly caught wind of all that.
The corny kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure.
I heard it.
And L'Oreal later shared this final moment from the uncomfortable chat. And while
yeah.
Michael
I remember seeing that. I remember seeing
isn't
that.
exactly a tough time.
Just stay focused and stay locked in. Just follow your heart. Try to block out the noise and distractions as much as possible and run your race. Don't compare.
Okay. So I guess I don't know if there's more to it. This is actually another thing I wanted to talk about. I don't know if there's more to that clip, but that's pretty much the gist of what the clip actually has going on, right? Is the girl apparently back in school? I don't know if this was high school, middle school, grade school, whatever the case is. Used to make fun of him and tease him. People apparently from his school made fun of his name being Michael Jordan, and apparently they made fun of him because he wasn't good at basketball or something, and his name was Michael Jordan, or I don't know, but they teased him, right? And the interesting thing about that is because they teased him about having a headshot in school, but Michael B. Jordan's been acting since he was like a kid, like a little kid. Like he was like 10, 9 years old. He might have been even younger than that when he played in Hardball with Keanu Reeves. So Michael B. Jordan's been acting for his entire life. It was really, really weird that and Hardball was a big movie. Like it wasn't like it was a unknown movie. It's Keanu Reeves and it's a big movie. It's got a black cast. It's like I know me and my brother watched Hardball a bunch of times when we were growing up. And I had no idea how long I had been watching Michael B. Jordan movies. Like I had no idea. I had thought his first movie was Chronicle when he was in I can't remember the other actors who were in that movie, but Chronicle was one of the first times I actually was like, oh, that's Michael B. Jordan. Okay. Um, but yeah, so I guess it's the whole conversation about corny. He was being made fun of and called corny because he had his headshot at school, and it's like y'all, she's like we teased him like, what you gonna do with your stupid little headshot? And it's like, yeah, but as somebody who was teased and bullied in high school and in grade school and things like that, like for different things, I got bullied by family members, I got bullied by relatives and classmates. Like bullying came from different areas and it was in different forms. So coming from that stage is something that you genuinely never forget. Like I never forgot my middle school like bullies. Like I never forgot them. And sometimes you see them and you see him like, oh, this dude peaked in high school. Like look at this dude. He's out of shape. He's unhappy. He's depressed. And it's like, where did all that meanness that you had in grade school where you just was mean to everybody and bullied people and like it's this weird sense that you get where it's just like I don't feel bad for you. And had I been in that same position and I had a girl who was like you picked on me or you teased me about whatever, and now you're giving me an interview and now you want to be like, oh yeah, we knew each other way back in the day. Yeah, don't pretend like you was my friend back in the day. Don't pretend like we was cool. Don't pretend like yeah, I'm the corny kid, right? Like, oh, nah, I misquoted. No, like, that's a straight up lie. Like, oh, at least own it. Like, yeah, I used to pick on you, but we was kids being kids. Like, try to at least play it off like that. But don't try to pretend like you didn't make fun of dude. Like, yeah, he's definitely killing it. And it's weird how that plays out where it's like he's in a position where he's not entertained by what you're saying. He's not entertained by your laughter. He's not entertained by you kind of running from what you did to him and how much that probably did affect him. He looking at you like, yeah, like own that. Like, yeah, I was the corny kid to you and I should still be he's Michael B. Jordan now. He's not the corny kid no more. So it's really interesting how that goes. But aside from that, my actual curiosity of making this video came from hearing Joe Budden's thoughts on this. And this is really where I started to, I guess get a little annoyed with the fact that I watched that video of Michael B. Jordan kind of, owning that chick, like just being like, yo, like, yeah, I'm the corny kid, remember? Yeah, like, all right, yeah, don't pretend like we was buddy buddy because we was never friends. Like, artists and musicians always make songs talking about how y'all was never, you didn't rock with me until I got big. Now I'm famous and now y'all want a piece of my pie. Like musicians and artists and all types of people talk about that kind of thing. So when Michael B. Jordan calls this person out who's interviewing him, oh, now you're interviewing me. You used to tease me about having my headshot, but now you're giving me an interview about my latest directorial debut about a big multi-million-dollar movie I'm in. The third film that I'm in. You know what I mean? Like, this is the third multi-million-dollar film I'm in of this franchise. You know what I mean? Now you interviewing me. So yeah, now he's Mr. Big Shot, and it's the classic story of, it's that corny kid that no girls really paid attention to, but now all the girls want a piece of Michael B. But it's like, no, y'all really don't. Like, y'all think he's an attractive dude, but the whole thing is that I've seen a lot of women, specifically black women, like really coming at him like he don't really got no grit to him. Which I guess that's a fair thing. If you like dudes with a little bit of edge, that's fine. Everybody likes what they like. But the whole thing is that it's like, this sentiment that these black men have to be, kind of thugging a little bit. They kind of have the little kind of, I guess, just like an edge, kind of a sharp edge to them, like an aggression that they have to have. Where Michael B just kind of like seemed like a friendly dude that'll wave at you, like, the kind of dude that won't mug you if he don't know you, but if he don't know you, be like, hey, how you doing? Like, why is it so bad to be that guy? But I digress. I'm already 10 minutes in the video. I want to play this clip from Joe Budden where the caption pretty much gives it. He says that was corny of him to speak to that girl like that. This is really interesting because this actually, I couldn't find the actual, like I said, once again, it was really difficult to find the actual just snippets. I probably could have found it on shorts, but I was like, I'm over it. I just found the link and I found the video. So it might send me to Instagram. It is sending me to Instagram. I don't care. Let's open the video up.
Let me tell
Dog, you doing that to a girl
True.
is some corny.
I can see that.
You being
That is
Michael
true.
B. Jordan today, allegedly sexiest
wouldn't have
man
did it on my-
alive
I
in
wouldn't have
all
did
of
it
these
on my-
blockbuster movies.
I agree.
During your highlight week, you've probably never been more visible than you are right this second, and that's what you do to her. And if I bring back them white girl rumors, then it's going to sound even crazier. Because why you talking to our sisters like that on the red carpet? We only talking to white like that. But I'm not going to make it racy. They say I make everything racy. That was corny of him to speak to that girl like that.
I'm not disagreeing. I would have made
Michael B. Jordan, that's why I call you corny.
Off air. I would have made a joke off air like word.
Hey, Creed.
You know
Hey,
what
what's his name?
I wouldn't have did that in front of
Hey, Creed. In case you were confused, that corny shit you did is why niggas think you corny.
Yeah.
In case you were off a little bit as to why you just keep thinking that money hides corny.
Okay. Is there a second
Let me
part
tell
to
you
this? Okay. Okay, nah, that's just a different thing. Yeah, that was the other thing that I wanted to play. I wanted to play that, and that was so interesting to me, right? Because he's saying that corny thing that you did is why niggas think you're corny. What did he do that was corny besides like call her out? Oh, yeah. I can close that. There we go. What did he do besides call her out and you know, bring up the fact that, yeah, okay, there we go. Hey everybody, hey people, hey party people. Yeah, why is it that him pretty much addressing the fact that, oh yeah, like, because she actually brought up the fact that they knew each other previously. She brought up the fact like, oh yeah, we go way back, and he's like, oh yeah, the corny kid, yeah, that's what you call me. That's where we go way back to when you used to tease me and pick on me. So it's like, but he didn't go into like no great detail. He didn't go in and be just like, oh yeah, you're the girl who made fun of me in high school and I hate you. Like, he didn't do that. Like, I could see you might have an argument there if he really like dragged her. But no, he literally made a point like, oh yeah, we know, you know me from back in the day from when you used to call me corny. Yeah, I'm the corny guy. She like, no, I never said that. He like, yeah, nah, it's cool. Like, I heard it. It's all good. Like, continue doing what you gonna do. Like, I heard it. It's cool. But just recognize that I heard what you said about me, and I know that back in the day you was one of the people. You didn't have like a name and a face to you, but you were one of the people who teased me and picked on me back in the day for chasing my dreams. But what's so weird about this dude here, Joe Budden, because I've actually liked a lot of the points that Joe Budden has said from here and there, but I think I've disliked more things than I've liked from him. But this right here is so weird because he's saying like money doesn't hide corny. Michael B. Jordan has never tried to hide his corny behind his money. From what I know, Michael B's always been authentically his self, his friendly, like wholesome self. And the funniest thing about it is that he doesn't seem to be offended that people like call him corny. It seems that it's just like, yo, like, you know, he shouldn't be getting called corny for being a wholesome dude. You know what I mean? And it's so weird is because like Future is a good example. To me, the stuff that Future does is corny. Like, you always playing women, you always, you know what I mean, out here just ragging women and dragging black men. I took your girl, I'm selling dope. Like, you're always putting out a negative image of black men and speaking and manifesting negative images of black people, black men and women. But that's not corny? Like, it's so weird how a dude as wholesome as Michael B. Jordan appears to be and seems to be will get called corny for calling out a person who called him corny. Like, and you like, oh, you don't speak to white women like that. You don't know that. Like, And what does white and black have to do with this specific instance? I'm all for understanding that racial context flows within a lot of things, but race don't have nothing to do with this specific instance. He wasn't attacking all black women. He wasn't attacking this woman because she was a black woman. He was attacking this person, this individual who teased him in school, like, and called him corny. And he's like, oh yeah, like, you're mentioning the fact. Had she not mentioned the fact that they knew each other from way back in the day, he probably wouldn't have said anything. People probably would have just been like, dang, he seemed a little off in that interview. He probably would have just been formal, like, oh yeah, this film is cool. I'm glad to be doing it. But you mentioned the fact that you grew up with him and y'all go way back. No, y'all don't go way back. We do not go way back. We were never cool. You made fun of me. You were never my homie. You were never riding for me. You never supported me. Matter of fact, you were the opposite. You were a hater. You teased me. So let's get that straight before we move on to this interview. Like, I'm the corny kid. Don't try to play like we buddy buddy. That to me is so crazy because it's like, how can y'all get mad at him for doing that? I don't know. I feel like I'm going on too long of a rant and I'm going on too long of a tangent, but that bothered me more than anything because seeing people like have this take on this and kind of try to attempt to drag Michael B for basically just, it was almost like this standing up for himself moment to where it's like, no, don't pick on me back in the day. You know what I mean? Like, what was it Mike Jones used to say? Is it back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me. Like, that's literally the embodiment of this moment right here. Back then y'all teased me. Back then y'all hated on me. Back then y'all made fun of me for having my headshot. As a kid, he's a child actor. So of course he has his headshot. You defending yourself like, oh, we teased him for having his headshot. He was in movies. He was actually in movies. He was acting. He was literally a child actor. Why y'all wouldn't make fun of, you know what I mean, like Corbin Blue or whoever the case want to be for being on Disney as a child actor or a young actor? Well, maybe they would have actually. They'd be like, he's on Disney, like haha, like corny on Disney. Like the thing is that it bothers me because you don't really get more of a kind of guy. Like, I feel like Michael B. Jordan is such a guy that a guy like me, like, I'm like, yo, mad respect, love what you're doing. And the thing I love the most about what he's doing is that he not out here tripping. He not out here acting stupid. He not out here with 5 different baby mamas. He not out here punching niggas in the face. He not out here selling dope, getting caught with guns, and he's not doing none of that. He's chilling and making money and doing movies, being a good looking dude and smiling all the time and doing interviews and going on shows, and like, the dude is literally like a image of black positivity. How in the hell can y'all sit here and defend yourselves for trying to call him corny? Like, it just don't make no sense to me. And so it's like, now, and it's so funny, it's because like I get this mad whenever, like, because I got that mad, I don't know if you guys remember, but I got this mad, actually got more mad when Charlie Kirk attacked Simone Biles. So it's like, if you attack like a positive black role model, like black man, black woman who is just doing good, I'm going to get mad, right? You know, because it's like, yo, like, y'all don't save that, keep that same energy or save that energy for niggas that's out here really like toxifying our community, who are really like promoting negativity, promoting guns and shooting niggas in the face. Like, save that for those dudes. You know what I mean? If you want to be mad at somebody and call somebody corny, call the person who is promoting drugs and violence in our own community and promoting like, hey, young nigga move that dope. That's a song. Molly Percocet, that's a song. Like, you don't, that's not corny though. That is so corny. And to me, it's just crazy how it's so backwards in our own community where this person and those kinds of people who glamorize drugs and violence in our own community, rag on our own women, disrespect black women, and only show them in their music videos shaking their booties and you know, sexualizing them, objectifying them, and getting them pregnant, knocking them up and leaving them, or just smashing them off and just, you know what I mean, like treating them like garbage publicly, openly, and then y'all got the nerve to call this dude corny. It's backwards, man. Like, we got to do better than that. Like, it's just, it's frustrating. So I felt like I needed to rant for a while about this whole topic, and I know that I probably said a lot that may have been unrelated or whatever. But the whole thing is that like sometimes when things like this compel me, it's like I feel like I got to get a lot off my chest, and this resonated with me a lot because I feel uh, like a lot of who Michael B. Jordan is, I kind of see in myself as kind of like the kid who didn't necessarily fit in a black school or white school. Like I was never black enough. The way that I talk, I wasn't black enough. The way that I walk wasn't black enough. I wasn't really, you know what I mean, interested in smoking weed or drinking with my friends. Like I was never interested in a lot of the stereotypes that we ourselves perpetuate in our own community to be cool. You know what I mean? Like I always got, you know, insulted for talking white. You know what I mean? Like that's something I got a lot. I got told that I talked white. Um it's just interesting. You know what I mean? Like not being black enough is such a thing that goes around if you're wholesome. Like if you like I feel like calling myself wholesome is weird, but I get called wholesome by other people, and I feel like that's probably the best way that I would like to put it. If you want to call me corny, I that's fine. I don't really. It is what it is. Like it's an insult, but at the end of the day, it's like I don't care because I would rather be, and this is something I used to say as a kid. I'd rather be that corny dude that gets to live as a free man than a cool nigga in jail. You know what I mean? Or a cool nigga in a casket. That's because that's what it is for real. If I have to do stupid things or reckless things to be cool to y'all, then I don't. That ain't for me. You know what I mean? So I think that that's why this got such a rise out of me is because I felt when he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm that corny kid." I felt that. I felt that jab that he was throwing at her. Like, yeah, like don't forget. You know what I mean? Don't forget how y'all treated me. And that wasn't just to her; it was to everybody who kind of treated him that way. So I don't know. This was a lot for me. Something that kind of meant a little bit personal. So I don't know. Do you guys have any situations that are like this that you know really take you back, where you picked on a high school and you know, do you see your high school bullies or grade school, even elementary school bullies, like, and just see them nowadays? And you just like, man, like, how times have changed. And if that person ever came up to you and tried to pretend like y'all was friends, like if your high school bully or middle school bully or even your college bully, I don't know, everybody has different experiences, but and it came up to you and tried to pretend like y'all was friends. You know what I mean? Like, say you was working a real good job and you're an executive there and they came in there and was like, "Oh yeah, Jason, like, yeah, bro, we go way back, you know, from Central High." And you like, "Wait a minute, wasn't you the person who pushed me and shoved me in the locker? Like, didn't you one who like, you know, used to tease me and call me names, like, and push me down and you know try to draw on me, like, and write on my clothes or whatever, like, you know, I'm thinking of all like the '90s tropes of all the things that high school bullies used to do. Um, there's probably more like they used to dump the milk on the head and I don't know. Just watch a '90s movie, you know what I mean? Like, and you'll get the tropes of what the bullies used to do. But still, like, just imagine that person trying to be like, "Oh yeah, we go way back. I know Jason from Central High. We was cool. You know, he'll vouch for me because you know what I mean. Like, oh yeah, I want this job. Like, nah, like, and then the person gets called corny, being like, I don't know this person. Like, matter of fact, no, actually, I do know you. You used to pickle me. Like, don't hire this dude. Like, because my whole thing is, I wouldn't blame you if you felt that way. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I feel like like I said, I went off on a tangent, but I don't really mind these videos being a lot, you know, a little on the longer side because I'm expressing myself, and I tell y'all to do this. I tell y'all to express yourselves and to speak your own truth, and try not to filter yourself. So I have to live by the same words that I'm preaching to y'all. And so yeah, this meant a lot to me to get off my chest. I feel a lot. I actually do feel like physically I feel better gotten to have spoken about this specific thing. And I honestly would love to talk about this specific issue with another person who disagrees with me because I feel like I would like to understand the kind of mindset that goes into thinking that men like him and Will Smith actually talks about dealing with this kind of stigma in his book where it's like getting called corny and getting called soft and weak because he wasn't thugging. And he got called soft and weak because he didn't curse in his music. So it's like reading Will Smith's book. I didn't finish it, but that gave me a lot of insight as to why he snapped the way he did. He got tired of it. He got tired of people thinking that he was soft and that he wouldn't smack a nigga. And I get it. So it's one of them things, yo. You know. But what are your thoughts, man? I really hope that enough people watch this video and give their thoughts. I know that I've been talking for 20 minutes, but I really hope that you guys let me know what you think about this, because this hit home for me. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you had a good time, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, everybody.